Gemini, this is EJ with your March 28, 2025 daily reading. We have 3 cards laid out. We have Prosperity Begins, Accelerated Motion, and Choose Wisely. This is so interesting. I feel like no matter what deck I pull out, I feel like the messages are definitely aligning this week. And it's kind of, it's just, with different decks, the energy is still the same. The reading is still the same. It's just amazing. All right, let's start with Prosperity Begins. And that talks about a message of beginnings, of prosperity, of wealth, of new business, a new job opportunity. It's something unexpectedly that shows up, right? So something that is going to be unexpected shows up for you. It could be even in the form of a gift, but it could be a new job opportunity. I mean, as we did get that message card in the last couple of day readings, you'll have to go ahead and look at those readings from previous to see which one I'm talking about. But it does talk about that you're going to get a message. And I feel like that's where this begins, right? I really feel like it's really time for you to really focus on what outcome you want. It's what is it that you truly desire, what is it that you envision for yourself, whether it's having a new job, being successful in the current job, being a success in your business, and really what's most important is what believing in yourself and having positive energy around you so that you can materialize this in the real world. But I do feel like there's definitely going to be some kind of prosperity that is coming in for you. And I feel like it's coming in a very big way. Now, the next card we have is Accelerated Motion. Accelerated Motion. Oh my God. Words. Okay, and this kind of is like the 8 of Wands. It's speed, it's fast, it's movement, it's hope, it's passion, it's, ending to delays, ending to doors being closed, right? And, things start to align around you very perfect. And again, knowing that you're headed in the right directions to your desires, to your goals, luck is definitely on your side. You're being guided, you're being protected, and I feel like you're going to be feeling really motivated, enthusiastic, excited about what is to come. Now, I do feel like whatever it is that you're trying to manifest, you're definitely going to start to see that, okay? And I feel like, again, this is very positive. This is, a very positive, stable, happy future is what I see here. And so I feel like whatever it is that you might be going through, especially because prosperity begins here, this is definitely something you've been desiring. You've been asking for this. You've been hoping for this. You've been praying for this. And I feel like it's definitely going to come up for you. And I feel like there's going to be multiple opportunities that follow. So be very mindful of which ones you choose, because you could choose one that ends you up in the same, repeat cycle. Now let's go ahead and look at Choose Wisely. And that is, again, you're going to have a decision. And I feel like there's going to be so many things that you're just like, I don't really know. So I feel like you really need to look at what your expectations are, and how you attain those desires, right? So opportunities, I felt like are going to be very bountiful for you. There are going to be a lot of opportunities. And so you really need to be mindful of what those look like for you, okay? What's important to you? What's beneficial? You have to look at the company. You have to look at the travel time, really, if it's relocation, the pay, the benefits, all of those things, and do they align with you? Now, I feel most importantly is what aligns with your core, with what aligns with your values. And I feel like that's going to help you make the right choice, okay? But I do feel like this is saying to be very careful and really look at all the different possibilities and opportunities that are coming in, that are in front of you, and not to make decisions on a whim. So, like for instance, let's just say you get an offer. Offer A comes in and it sounds amazing. You're excited because you've been looking for a job and now finally you get this, right? Just say, can I take a day to think about this? And I'm telling you this because that very day or even the next morning, you're going to get another offer. You're going to get another call giving you another offer. Now, if you accept the first one, now you got to go back and tell them, and it doesn't look good, right? So if you say, can I take a day to kind of, think about this and go over this and see if this is something that aligns with all of what I, what I desire. And then, and know that, they definitely, mostly they let you have a day to think about it, or just say a couple hours, whatever works for you. But I feel that because, or you could accept it, but, then you're going to go back if you get another offer, and then you're going to have to go back and tell them, oh no, I decided to go this way. I mean, you could do that as well, but, it just looks better when you think about things. Again, you could just accept it just for the sake of accepting it, because you don't ever know. And think about it, right? Pray about it, and see if it aligns with you. I know I took an opportunity, and I thought it was going to give me time for growth, and it was going to give me the exposure I wanted for international experience, right? Now, the company values of what they said really wasn't what they practiced, and so that gave me a bad taste. And then the opportunity that they had said, then they changed later, and then that also gave me a bad taste. So then my motivation dropped, right? My interest dropped, because nothing of what they said was face value. And that was people that were, so you got to look at this too, because the company itself was a newer company, and the employees were like under 30, like all under 30. And there's nothing wrong with that. But then the values are not the same as mine, right? Because I know when I started, I mean, there might have been 2 people, maybe 3 that were around the same age as I am. And I don't drink, I don't party, I don't do any of those things. I never interest me. I do love to dance, but that's a whole other story. And so when I started, it was more of like, I felt like I was in high school. The mentality was different. It wasn't one of career oriented, let's learn from each other and let's build off of each other. It was more of, hey, what did you do last night? Oh yes, it was more of those kind of things. And it was like, oh, let's go to a bar, oh, I ghosted this person, and things of that nature. And that was 8 hours of that. They didn't work. It was just 8 hours of nothing, of just nothing. And what that company expected you to do was go in office. It was a hybrid position. Go in office 3 days a week and just socialize, just talk, and then work, go home after that and work another to get your job done. And it was like, that just didn't align with how I am, right? So, and I share that to say that, you also want to look at the culture. You want to look at what aligns with you, because it can definitely, change your perspective of the company, of where you're at. So when you get these opportunities, make sure that they definitely align with what you want and you have the same outcome. So keep that in mind as you interview, or, you accept opportunities. Do research on the companies that do offer you an opportunity, because that's going to be beneficial. All right, I hope that this was insightful. Let me know in the comments below, and we will talk soon.